Okay, first off, I'd like to apologize. I was wrong about a couple of things, and in this video I'm going to try to correct those so that we're all kind of on the same page. Welcome to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and on this channel, I like to be held accountable for the things I say and do in these videos. And so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the price action of XRP. We're going to review what's gone on and what this might mean for XRP's price action and where I think things are heading next based on this recent update. As I get into the video, if you find it useful, informative, smash the like button. If you're new and you like this kind of content, why not go ahead and subscribe? And don't forget to join us down in the Discord server linked in the description below. Let's go ahead and get right down into this thing, right? So we are just a couple days away from the Hinman emails being made public, as long as that all goes ahead and according to plan. And we'll hopefully understand what's going on at the SEC behind those closed doors. But let's talk about what happened a few days ago on the price action side of things and what this now means. Okay, so here we had this triangular wedge shape, and I was talking about potentially testing the lows before getting a break to the upside. And well, actually, this is all based on the idea that we're in a irregular flat correction over this side here. And back a couple of days ago, I was saying I thought that Smart Money Concepts had labeled things up incorrectly. Turns out that actually yeah, it was labeled incorrectly. So I wasn't wrong about that part, to be fair, because you can see here, let me go ahead and remove all the noisy parts that we don't need to see. Okay, so we were taking a look here. We said, okay, we were in a bullish state of play. We can see that with these two tags. And then we got this red tag here, and this is the one that I said doesn't make sense. Elliott wave theory was kind of counter to this. It didn't make sense that we had that change of character there. And what we do see is that we had this move to the upside here, okay, and we got this change of character back into a bullish state of play. So I wasn't wrong saying that it was unusual to have this, and it's not unusual to have these false flags called out from time to time either. And so was right, but I was also interestingly wrong, because we got another change of characterization back to a bearish state of play. Essentially, the market is up and down all over the show, and it's making Smart Money Concepts come up with all of these kind of flags to say we're bullish, we're bearish, we're bullish, we're bearish, and it isn't overly useful. It doesn't help you understand what the structure of the market is going like. Now, over on the Elliott wave theory side of things, I was looking at this as an irregular flat correction, and that's wrong. Straight up, that is wrong. It was the other possibility was that we had this zigzag pattern to the downside, and that is the one that played out. So let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, I guess it's more because I wanted it to be an irregular flat, and also the way that we were moving here didn't give me confidence to think that we were going to see the zigzag pattern. But there you go. I live and I learn. Every single day is a school day, as they say. So let's go ahead and fix this mistake, because it is a pretty big one in my opinion. So we can see a zigzag pattern playing out in here. A couple of different ways of actually looking at it. I think we are right in here like this. Okay, it is possible, of course, that our fourth wave is still in play, and I don't think that's the case, but it is possible that it is. But let's go ahead and just do our sense checks, because we should go for a 121 or 1.236 on our C wave expectations here, or this 5 wave move. It's going to see, right, our high here is 54.18, so I need to go down. There we go, perfect. Okay, I'll just go move that back. And here, yeah, we're right in the zone. There we go, between 1 and 1.236. So that is the reversal. So that looks like we are done there. Now, it can look a little bit messy, but essentially, if I remove the 5 wave counts, which are kind of irrelevant to this now, we have ourselves an A wave down here, a B wave up there, and a C wave down there. So we end up with the ABC structure. Okay, that means it's done, and we can start to move to the upside. We failed to hit the 1.618, and I guess if I actually go ahead and put that back, that would come in down here at 44.85. I might as well label it 44.85. And we'll give it a 1.618. There we go. So that there would be our impulsive trigger point. So if this is a wave 4 and we were to come down into a big wave 5 like this, okay, and that's our wave 3, then we'd have to hit this area to make it really concerning. And that would be in itself unusual, because again, our fifth wave movement would be between 1.236 and 1.618. So it kind of, I mean, it would be close. It would be very unusual, but nonetheless, you know, it's a possibility. We'll keep it in mind. We don't want to rule everything out just yet. Ultimately, we'll know that it will be over with if we cross the wave one. Okay, so we're not allowed to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this white line and we're going to snap it to this wick and say that if price action crosses higher than 52.75, we can rule out the idea that we hit this 1.618 target down here. Okay, so for the most part, it to me looks like it's a zigzag pattern, or looks like simple terms of A, B, and C, and we are done with that corrective structure, which means the next move is up, right? And we've moved up a little bit, but there's a little bit of concern with that in itself as well. Okay, we can see here on this chart, and I know it's a little bit small, let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, the concerns are we are below this white line and below this red line. That's the 200 EMA is your white line and the 50 EMA is your red line. So currently, this is acting as resistance. The other problem that we can see here is that when we moved up from this low to this high, we also moved from oversold to overbought. At the moment, we're not seeing momentum behind the movement to the upside. Okay, so we want to be a little bit cautious here, because we might start seeing a little bit more slippage to the downside gradually over time. Now, a zigzag pattern like this, it can be okay. It's not the end of the world, but the big thing that we would have to be looking out for is if we start seeing a double zigzag or a triple zigzag. Those things are going to take you pretty deep in terms of where price is going to retrace to. With all this being said though, 2 days until those Hinman emails. Now, we could have a big buy the rumor, sell the news event happening here, or alternatively, we could be looking at a big price move to the upside on the back of those emails. Now, considering the recent move for many altcoins to the downside and lots of fear seeping into the space, lots of institutional investors offloading, they don't want the risk, and we see Robinhood delisting and so forth, it's going to make it harder for many of these altcoins to potentially push up higher. With all that being said though, it can be a fantastic opportunity to take advantage of in terms of dollar cost averaging and building positions. And if, of course, the market is heavily oversold and basically you kind of max out your selling pressure, then we can, of course, expect potentially a big surge to the upside as demand has been bubbling for quite some time. And if the news of these emails are as we would suspect it to be and speculate it to be, and why Brad Garlinghouse is so confident, then the level of corruption being confirmed to the public could be a big bullish catalyst for taking XRP to the next level. Also, we have FOMC meeting next week, and that in itself, if the Fed are to pause and to not do anything, we might also see that as a bullish tell and see the market move. However, if the Fed were to increase rates, I think a big move to the downside would occur. So there's a lot to be kind of said for next week. There's lots of things where you can't guarantee what is going to be the outcome. Trade safe. If you are going to trade, make sure you trade with a nice tight stop loss. Make great gains, as JB would say. And yeah, I'm going to leave this video right there. If you have found it useful, informative, smash the like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not join us down in Discord and subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors, and none of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.